Heidi-ho neighbors, Radio Goji here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Red version. When we last left off, we were on the SS Anne. We have been fighting trainers who are in their cabins and have nothing better to do than to want to fight us. And speaking of which, we just got rid of that guy. This girl up here I think wants some, though. Yup. I never saw you at the party. Oh, looks like we missed the fancy do. You weren't at the party, therefore I'm going to send my Rattata at you. Okay. Alright, so let's continue beefing up our Geodude here because we will need his ground type properties for the upcoming gym. And that's important because it's an electric type gym. And the only weakness that electric types have, even to this day, is ground type moves. They do have a very few resistances, if I recall. I think they only have like their own type as a resistance. But their only weakness is self-destruct. No, their only weakness is ground type moves. And ground-type moves are also immune to electric-type moves. I'm not going to learn Self-Destruct. Self-Destruct does do a lot of damage, but at the same time, as you might expect, it takes out all of your HP. So I do not learn Self-Destruct on any of my Pokemon, no matter what. I know that there are a few Pokemon that are basically... anything that's, I guess, round in some way can learn Self-Destruct. There's a poison type called Coughing who can learn Self-Destruct. There's an electric type called Voltorb who can learn Self-Destruct. Pretty much anything that has like a round type property with them can learn Self-Destruct. I don't know why that is. That's just the way it is. Rare candy. May as well use it. And it's a good time to do it too because he did just level up. I just gotta remind myself to actually use this stuff that I pick up because I'm not gonna be storing it. I want to get as much use out of this stuff as I can. Speaking of which, ethers and stuff I would want to save. I know we do have an ether. Yeah, we do. I'm not gonna use it though. I know that dig is a fairly good move to have ready, but yeah. Also, while I'm in the item menu, I'm going to go ahead and just take this Great Ball here. I forgot that it works this way in this generation. It actually physically swaps the item with what you try to put, where you try to put it. In later generations, it'll basically say, "Oh, you want to put it here? Okay, I'm just going to move everything else down." No, I want to move that. I want to move the Max Ether up. And use the select button to do this, just in case you were curious. Okay, I'm pretty much all set. Organization is always a wonderful thing in this game. Have you gone to the Safari Zone in Fuchsia City? We haven't even been to Fuchsia City yet. It had many rare kinds of Pokemon. Me and my daddy think the Safari Zone is awesome. Oh, excuse me. The captain looked really sick and pale. Uh-oh. I hear many people get seasick. I'm not going to go that way yet, because that will basically lead us to a point where we'll more or less be ending our time on the ship. Instead, I do want to go above decks and fight some people there, because there are people we can fight above decks. The Swordmaster even took prodigious cut to Pokemon. There we go. We can fight some of the sailors here. Ahoy there! Are you seasick? I love that word, ahoy. I don't know why. I just think it's an awesome word. Oh, Machop. We do not want Dudley out for this. This would be a bad plan. As we've discussed before, Machop is a fighting-type Pokemon, and they are super effective against rock types. So I do want to bring out something that does have an advantage, but I don't know how well we'll fare here because our resistance because of a flying type to the fighting type Pokemon is kind of negated with the fact that, like, all of the normal flying type Pokemon are normal type, which is absolutely... I don't even know why they even continue to do it. To this day, there's only one pure flying type Pokemon that, not counting, like, Kecleon, which can change, or Arceus, which can change their types. And that's Tornadus. Tornadus is the only pure flying type Pokemon who doesn't have, who basically, his pure type does not stem from, you know, abilities and stuff like that. It is naturally, a naturally occurring pure flying type, and the only one for whatever reason. I don't know why, like, all of these other birds and stuff have to have, like, a normal type to them, and just flying type be, like, a dual type. I always found that, ridiculous. I guess in this case it would be a little beneficial because Gust is a normal type move in Generation 1, but it's not a normal type move anymore. In Generation 2 they changed it to flying type, so... I don't know what is even the hell. I'm going to actually go ahead and, heal my Spearow. 2 seconds. And we're back. Seriously, this whole normal flying thing, and my flying types getting absolutely owned by fighting types is starting to annoy me, because I don't really have much of a reason to bring out the Spearow otherwise. I feel ill. I stepped out to get some air. The party's over. The ship will be departing soon. Don't party just yet. Hey, matey, let's do a little jig. Okay, I guess that's an example of what would happen if you just go up and talk to a trainer without them seeing you first. The Metal Gear Solid exclamation point doesn't come up. But you do get to fight anyway. That's the kind of stuff I want to see happen. And not that. Seriously, I need to look it up, I guess, but I don't remember whether or not... I think Karate Chop just has a really high rate for critical hits. I don't know. I'd have to look that up, but I actually, now that I think about it, that might be the case. Unfortunately, my guide is put away now, so I can't really look it up at the moment, but... that's probably why every single freaking Karate Chop that's hit my Spearow has been a critical hit so far. And it is a little annoying. I also think that for whatever reason, like, everything that's hitting me has been a critical hit. I mean, even that thing that I hit him with was a critical hit. There's been critical hits all around in this particular battle. You're impressive. How many kinds of Pokemon do you think there are? 151. At least that's, you know, accurate for this generation's count. Nowadays there are 649, I believe, as of Generation 5. I don't know exactly how many they're adding with X and Y. Scrubbing decks is hard work. Now, we do kind of want to be in a good physical condition here, because we are going to have one more battle on the SS Anne. And I'm not going to go out and say who it is, right? I mean, we're just going to be seeing him in just a second anyway, but I'm not going to go out and say, because I've ruined, like, quite a few things just saying stuff. Oh, there he is. It's Lenny. Bonjour, Rado. I imagine seeing you here. Rado, were you really invited? So how's your Pokedex coming? I already caught 40 kinds, pal. Different kinds are everywhere. Crawl around in grassy areas. We're not completing the Pokedex, Lenny. Also, your sprite's different. Oh, he got him a Pidgeotto. I think he had a Pidgeotto last time, too, so... No, I think it was a Pidgey, actually, now that I think about it. No, it was a Pidgeotto. Because my guide was incorrect and thought it was a Pidgey for whatever reason, but it was not. And I still pretty much have the same Pokemon I did when I fought him the first time. In fact, if anything, I should have probably brought out Dudley against him instead of Pikachu, because, Dudley needs the experience more, and he still has a move that's good against Pidgeotto. In fact, he'll probably get his chance. We don't really need Lester for much anymore, I don't think. The main thing I really want is just for him to have some experience against the Electric Gym. We want to get him as much experience as we can. We're going to keep him out for Eradicate. He has Eradicate now. And he just has pretty much everything as Quick Attack, yay. And it's just going to go on like this for a little while, I guess. I'm going to use Kadabra. Kadabra is Abra's evolved form, and it can actually do more than just teleport. He'll still try, apparently. I think that's just because his trainer's a moron. Now, I think the only thing he has left is Ivysaur, which is Bulbasaur's evolved form. And we're not going to let Dudley fight that because... Did I seriously just do that? I think I was thinking we're not going to let him fight, so I pushed no. We definitely want Harold out for this. Because, oh, thank God he used Growl. And not something that could have been possibly been worse. I do want Harold to level up, though. Harold will evolve in the next level. And, Fearow is worlds ahead of Spearow as far as usefulness. I mean, Spearow is much more effective than Pidgey, but you know, he actually has a flying type move that he can use. I just wish I hadn't, you know, said no to swapping them out, but I guess Geodude did get some experience as a result, so at least you're raising your Pokemon. I heard there was a Cut Master on board, but he was just a seasick old man. But Cut itself is really useful. You should go see him. Smell ya. Dear. And here's the captain. Ugh, I feel hideous. Seasick. Rado rubbed the captain's back. Rub, 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 rub. Puff, puff. No, I'm not going there. Whew, thank you. I feel much better. You want to see my cut technique? I could show you if I wasn't ill. Although I did show the other lad who was just here the cut technique. And he apparently didn't help my seasickness. I know, you can have this. Teach it to your Pokemon and you can see it cut anytime. We got HM01. HMs are different than TMs. They will still teach your Pokemon moves. And in many ways, the HMs each actually teach important moves, like moves that you'll actually need to get around. The only optional one, I think, because there's 5 HMs. I think the only real optional one is HM02, which teaches Fly. But HMs can be used multiple times, unlike TMs, which can only be used once. The only thing is, though, that once you teach someone an HM move, you can't get rid of it. So I guess we'll go ahead and just use it now while we don't actually have anything that can use it. That's actually kind of surprising. Then again, I remember when I was a kid, I usually started with Bulbasaur, and Bulbasaur can learn it. Bye, ship. We'll never see the ship again. The ship is gone for good, folks. No, I'm serious. We'll never be able to go on the SS Anne again. That's why I wanted to get as much as I could done. So let's go ahead and heal up our team. Now I'm in quite a bit of a dilemma, but I guess that means that I'll just go ahead and explore this area to the east before we go to the gym. Really, you can do it in either order, but I do need a Pokemon that can learn Cut. We don't have one of those, and we have to have Cut in order to be able to get to the gym. So I'll actually need to think about this. We also need to get our Abra. I think we'll get our Abra at the start of the next video. But in any case, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off for here. And when we come back, I'll probably go and get Abra. We'll find a solution to our cut dilemma, and we'll go on to face the third gym. I've been Rado Goji, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?